Welcome, Catfish Weekly. Tonight, we welcome the doctor back. Along with Cindy, I'm Lyle, along with Doc Lang. Doc, we are so happy to have you back to the show.
It's good to be back. It really is. I missed it. I was gone for 4 weeks, and it seems like I was gone for a lifetime.
Well, you and I talked several times, and family has to come first, and we know why you was gone, and you was doing what you should have been done, but man, we are really glad to have you back on Catfish Weekly.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Good to be here.
Everybody missed you, and it's going to be a great show tonight. Brad has got a bunch of stuff to go over, and it's hot in Missouri. I don't know if it's hot in Ohio.
Yeah, it's smoking in Ohio.
Man.
I look out, and my plants are laid over. They're starving for water.
Okay, we got some feedback somewhere. I don't know who it is, but Brad, could you try turning your mic or volume down on your computer? Let's see if we can get rid of some of it. How's that?
Yeah, I think that did better.
Just got rid of it.
Okay. Carl Wells says it's hot and humid in East Texas. Well, Carl, my friend, it is supposed to be hot in East Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
Yeah, and real quick, Lyle, just want to thank everybody for all your thoughts, prayers. I'm doing good. Lynn would want me to just keep on going and just doing the things that the two of us normally would do together. So I'm gonna make it happen.
that's exactly right.
And I appreciate everything, the calls, the texts, the the cards that everybody sent me. It is definitely appreciated.
Yeah, we got a big tournament week coming up. We're going to be leaving and going to Memphis. We had plans from the beginning of you and Lynn and Jason and Vicky and us staying in a house together in Memphis. And when Lynn got sick, you guys wasn't going to stay in there. Of course, that was before we knew how serious things actually was. And you guys decided you wasn't going to go. And now you are still going to go. I wish you was going to be in the boat with us. We'd already committed to Trevor. But you're going to fish some of the pre-fishing with us and some of the bounty money days with us. And we're going to get stay together, and we're going to have a great time down there. We fished that tournament with you the last 2 years. Now we're going to compete against you, but it's still going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to have a good time. It'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Just got a little higher power up there. I'm hoping that I put her on some big fish over the years. Maybe she'll put me on one.
Well, I'll never forget when she caught that state record out in Virginia. That was amazing, and that was an awesome fish. And one of the things that I want to let everybody know is you and I and Cindy fished Monsters on the Ohio last year together, and maybe the year before. I think we did.
Yeah.
And we are going to be fishing Monsters on the Ohio again this year. So
yes, we are.
Regardless of how we finish, we're going to have a blast doing it.
Yeah, we're going to have a blast. Yeah.
When we make the descent on Owensboro, Ohio, or Kentucky, they're going to know we're there. That's for sure. So, Sheila, be prepared. We're on our way. No, not this weekend, but
not this weekend. That's right. Hey, and before I forget, Lynn's life celebration was on Wednesday, and a couple that we've gotten really close to, Greg and Melanie Green, came to the funeral home. And then I found out the next night or the next day that their house burnt to the ground. So they're out of Huntsville, Ohio. So everybody keep Greg and Melanie Green in your thoughts and prayers. Well, they're going through a tough time right now.
Well, I know that they helped you a great deal with the tournaments that you guys put on for people. And they are some fine people. And if there's anything that the catfishing world can do for those folks, let us know. They are really fine folks, and that's a crying shame. And we all know how things happen, and there's nothing you can do about those things. But some people, and it's a terrible, terrible situation.
With that being said, we've got Brad Cox on the line tonight, don't we?
We do, and Brad has got a heck of a deal. This is the third year we've had him on here talking about catfishing for veterans out of Springfield, Illinois. And Brad, what do you got going this year over there?
Same thing as the last 2 years. Got just a bunch of stuff to give away and a bunch of money to raise again for the veterans home here in Springfield.
That's a pretty cool deal. There's I remember when a lot of these deals for veterans started out, there's not a better thing in the world that people can have tournaments for, to raise money for, than our veterans, our heroes, the people that take care of us day in and day out. And you guys do this for a veterans home to take care of the older veterans or disabled veterans or whatever the case may be. And what a worthy cause this is. And you do this. I know this is your third year. I don't know how many years other than that, but I know you've been on our show for 3 years now, and it's an outstanding event. You guys had a heck of a fish brought in over Lake Springfield the other day, and it's a great place to fish and a fine bunch of folks that fish that area.
Yeah. There's we got a lot of good fishermen that a lot of people around the Midwest and probably around the country know that fish right here in Lake Springfield. Like you said, we had a big fish come in. Finally had one come in at the tournament a couple weeks ago. And this year at the tournament, one of the things we're doing is whoever brings in the biggest fish over 50 pounds is going to get a replica of that fish from a company called Northeast Taxidermy out of Connecticut. And they make world-class mounts and taxidermy. If you go to their website, I mean, they're doing elephants for museums and all sorts of stuff. They're known all over the world. And the guy that runs that reached out to me and said, he'd like to do something. So if we can get one over 50 brought into the tournament, they're going to get a mount of it sent to them.
That's awesome, man. That's a heck of a prize.
Yeah. That's a really great prize. Those are a nice replica like that. Man, that takes a lot of investment, a lot of money to have something like that.
Well, it does. Those replicas are made, and they cost, and I don't know what the cost is, but it's so much per inch. So
yeah, I think he said they charge about $28 an inch.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I think that's pretty standard amount across the board. So
yeah, that's and once you get into a big fish like that, someone like me or you might be able to get a nice little 15-inch channel on the wall someday. But you get a big 45-inch blue. Might need to save up for a couple years and wait for a tax return.
That's exactly right. I have all the dimensions. I caught a 29-something channel cat up in Wisconsin a few years ago, and I have all the dimensions for that fish. And I've never had the replica made for. Of course, we released the fish, but man, they're just pretty testy to have a replica made for a big fish like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Bill Parfit's got one in his garage from Mississippi River Monsters a couple years ago.
Yeah,
they're pretty impressive when they're that big.
They are. That was a giant fish Bill caught down there, and I should have arm wrestled him for that.
Yeah. Let's not say his name anymore tonight, though. I'm tired of hearing about Bill Parfit.
I love
his winnings.
I do. Him and Jason Raff are two of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
I never heard of them.
No, I say that and people look at me like there's something wrong with me, but those guys are world-class fishermen and some of the finest people I ever knew, period. I mean, they give me a hard time. I give it right back to them, and it doesn't matter if I see them in Memphis, Tennessee or Springfield, Illinois. They're the same guys everywhere you see them, and they are top-notch guys everywhere they go.
That's right. And you don't even have to see them, because if you don't see them, you can hear them. That's for sure.
That's 100% correct, man.
Yeah, but I know you were talking about possibly coming down this year, but they're going to be there. They're the reigning champs from last year at first place, and they're going to be at it again, I'm sure.
I'm sure they are. And you know what? Mark Farrell and Joe Lucky and Jerry Klein II. I mean, you got some top guys in that area, and I'm sure that I'm trying to think of his name. Can't name eludes me now. A redheaded fellow lives over in Bluffs, Illinois. Rice, Doug Rice.
Oh, Doug Wright. Yep.
I'm sure that he will be there. There's a ton of guys over in that area that are great fishermen. Ron King will probably be there. There's a bunch of guys from Quincy, Illinois area that I'm sure will make their way over there. They're great fishermen. There's a lot of quality guys in that area, and they all seem to find their way to that tournament because it's such a worthwhile event.
Yeah, it's great. We have a great turnout every year, and I think this year's going to be even bigger, especially with all the folks with Sea Arc. I don't know if you saw I posted today. Sea Arc just got a hold of me, and they've been giving us $500 for the past 2 years for the team in a Sea Arc with the most weight, top finishing team. But they're doing that again this year and giving us another $500 for just a random Sea Arc drawing. So that should help us bring some more in.
Well, you know what, Brad? I am so glad to see these companies like Sea Arc step up to the plate and help these catfishing tournaments grow. They sell a lot of catfishing boats, and they're not the only ones. Excel is doing some stuff too, but there's a lot of Sea Arc boats out there, and they're realizing that these guys are buying their products and they're stepping up, and that's what they should do.
Yeah, absolutely. You see a lot of Sea Arc boats out there. That Sea Arc tournament, I got to fish that a few years ago. That's a pretty impressive thing when you go down there and see that too. So yep. They do a lot of good things for a lot of the tournaments around. They help get their name out there.
Yep. But that's what makes these tournaments great is people buy their products and then in return invest it into these tournaments, and that's how they get people to continue to buy their products.
Yeah, absolutely. And, same with all the other sponsors we have. They're big into catfishing stuff, and they're big into supporting a lot of good causes and, a lot of tournaments. And that's just it's a great thing.
It is, and especially good when they do donations to tournaments like yours that are to help veterans or other organizations that are not for profit deals that are helping veterans or any other organizations that helping people do things that they don't have to do. Our veterans are the people that we desperately need to stand up for and make sure that they are taken care of, because every day they're out there taking care of us. I know some people don't look at it the way I do, but like I have said many times, we have 2 sons that was both in the military, and that's something that's very near and dear to Cindy and I, and we try to do whatever we can to help these veterans as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And, and we need for things like this, we need the donations and support, because it's, it's hard to get people to come out, when they know they're not going to win any money or much money. You need to have some good prizes to give away.
I want to ask you a question, and I think I know the answer to this, but how many times do people win these tournaments and then donate their winnings back?
Yeah.
Just about every year, they're at least given a portion of it back. That's for sure.
Some of these guys travel a long way, and if they kept their gas money or something like that back is understandable, but I know a lot of them donate a percentage of it, and some of them donate all of it back, and that's very, very understandable. And that's what, we used to do some of that stuff when I was a trap shooter. I shot on a team one time, and we got beat out. We ended up in second place in a shoot-off one night, and the first place team walked away with their money, and we got second place. They handed us our money. We donated it back to whatever the cause was, and made the other guys look bad. They had to walk back up there then and donate their winnings back, and that was kind of funny to watch them do that, but they did, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want it to get to where people think that they absolutely have to do that. I mean, no. Half of your money right off the top is going towards a charity anyway. So I don't want anyone to feel obligated to give their money back, unless it's Bill Parford or Jason Rath. Then I expect them to give it back in a little extra. But.
Brad, I hate to stop you. but I have a message come in that I just happened to catch out of the corner of my eye, and Dustin Fall would like you to PM him and see if he can ship you a trophy for your event.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just go ahead and like the Catfish for Veterans page so I can be easier for me to find you that way. Did you say Dustin Fall?
Faul, yes, sir.
Okay.
I promise you, he has made some for me, and they are absolutely outstanding.
Awesome. I appreciate it. You know, every year when we're on here, we get we get one or two guys that want to get a hold of me and give us something else to give away. So that's great.
And we're thrilled that happens. Believe me, that's one thing about our show. We get a lot of things like that donated to causes like yours, and that's one of the highlights of doing our show, isn't it, Doc?
Yeah. There is another question here. I just caught it. Adam Isaac wants to know, a question for Brad. Any thoughts on adding a kid rodeo for the tournament?
I thought about earlier this year I thought about adding a kayak division. So it didn't really work out this year. Didn't really have the time to invest in doing all that extra work. But yeah, I'm always thinking, in the future things to add. So I'll put that down in my notes as maybe something to work on for next year's tournament.
Well, while we're stopped for a second, Brad, how about we give away something?
All right, let's do it.
Would you pick me out a number between 1 and 5?
3.
3 it is. 1, 2, 3. And the winner is Who's Your Cat Man? No.
What?
Nothing.
You got
Okay. All right, Cindy, give us a spin.
Oh, yeah.
Easy Sinker Slides. Jim, if you will contact me after the show and give me your address, I will put some in the mail to you. You're going to love them. They're put out by, Rig Wrap. They are a great product. I love them. Casted up to 20 ounces of weight with them with zero issues. They are on every rod we have. That is not a bumping rod. And you will like them, I am quite sure, and I will package them up and get them out to you before we leave for Memphis. Thanks so much for watching Catfish with playing the Rig Wrap Prize Real Good.
He said it's been a month since he won.
It had been okay, good enough. Okay, that works. That works. How about this a second, guys? We have one catching here. I want to push it back.
What you got to do? Fit the wheel?
Yep, just had to make a little adjustment to it. All right, Brad. You want to go over what kind of prizes and stuff you got for this year?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I wanted to mention, which isn't really a prize, but this year is the 200th anniversary of Illinois being a state. So the state has this big bicentennial thing going on all year. And they actually recognized this tournament as one of the official events for the Illinois bicentennial celebration this year. So, that was kind of cool for them to reach out and do that for us.
Very nice.
Let me see. Like I mentioned earlier, we've got the Sea Arc money this year. So if you're fishing a Sea Arc, come down. I mean, there's $1,000 right off the top. You could get $500 for the Sea Arc team that finishes the highest, and a $500 random drawing too. So that's always good. And then I guess I'll say our favorite sponsor, our favorite local sponsor, TWC. Jerry Klein, he's always got something good for us to give away. So not exactly sure what it is, but Jason usually shows up the morning of the tournament with it, but it's usually a few rods. So those will be there. We've got a Shields here in town now, kind of like a Cabela's. Mm-hmm. They're donating some gift cards and things like that. We got big cat bobbers and whisker stick lights, Catfish clothing, a lot of stuff from Cabela's. And hooks, I'm telling you, I thought about putting all the hooks together and giving them away as one prize so someone could win a lifetime supply of hooks, because Man, I've got to have 3,000-4,000 hooks to give away this year.
Wow.
From TTI Blakemore, you know, they gave us a ton of Team Catfish hooks, Hooker's Terminal Tackle. He always gives us a ton of stuff.
Oh,
And Eagle Claw. I think Eagle Claw gave us about 2,000 hooks this year to
wow.
give away, which is awesome. And we got rod holders. We got Fish Bite rod holders, Drift Master rod holders. We've even got some monster rod holders to give away, but which were donated by someone else who won them from somewhere. So got some water bugs, planer boards. Let's see, the Tennessee River Monsters. They're sending a package. Not exactly sure what that is yet. Rig Wrap. They've got a bunch of stuff for us again this year. Let's see here. Squincher. I don't know if you ever watch any of the hunting channels or anything, but the Squincher drinks, they contacted me and gave me, I don't know how many thousand little drink packets to give away. Tons of stuff like that. One of the really cool sponsors I have that isn't fishing related is a company called Bottle Breacher. And they were on Shark Tank. It's ex-Navy SEAL. His name's Eli Crane. And he takes these spent ammunition, and their big thing, like, and what he gave us a couple of this year are 50 caliber shells, and they crimp a new bullet on the end of them, polish them up real nice, and engrave like American flag on them, and cut a notch out on the bottom of them so they're bottle openers. And you know, they're actually pretty cool. And we've got our raffle prize this year. Just like last year, we had the big Yeti cooler, completely full of tackle, and we've got a Black Horse rod, I think, coming again this year for it. So we give that away in the raffle. But this year we've got another Yeti cooler that we're going to give away in the raffle. Doesn't have any tackle in it or anything. It's just by itself. And we've also got a Minn Kota 3-bank onboard charger we're giving away, a NOCO single bank charger. And I had one of my vendors that I work with at work. He donated 4 like 20-volt impact driver and drill sets to give away. So we got DeWalt, and Bosch, and Hitachi, Porter Cable. All of that stuff's going to be on the raffle table. And I've got a buddy of mine that makes really cool lamps. And he took bottom half of the fishing rod and an old fishing reel and made it into a lamp. And when you turn the reel, the light goes on and off. So those things are all going to be on the raffle table. And we got a lot of other stuff we're just giving away. Let's see, a guy in town here that owns a car wash, one of the ones where you drive through and they wipe your car down and everything. I think he's given me like 150 car washes to give away to everyone that's in the area. So, you know, just everyone's on board. I've had a lot of businesses just give me money to go out and get whatever I want or help with the shirts this year, everything. So a lot of stuff, just like every year.
Awesome, man.
Hey, Lyle, Hoosier Catman said he has a ton of the sinker slides, so he wants to donate them to the chat room.
Okay.
So I am going to go ahead and see how many we got. There's a bunch.
So much.
Do what?
Tony Caton last week, Doc, when you wasn't here, give away a bunch. Him and Caleb give away a bunch of big cat fever rods, and he's going to do it again tonight. He's giving away one right now. So, or when you get done doing what you're doing, we'll give another away here in just a minute. I'm going to have to scroll back up to see what it is.
Okay.
Heavy.
Hey, Brad, pick a number from 1 to 55.
28.
28 it is. And the winner is Glenn Shue. S-H-U-E. Glenn Shue. Get with Lyle, and he's got some rig wrap sinker slides for you, sir. Easy. And thanks to Hoosier Catman.
Yep. Just send me a message on Catfish Weekly. Just message me afterwards with your shipping information, and I will send you the rig wrap easy sinker slides. Ship them out before we leave for Memphis. Tony wants to give away one heavy big cat fever rod, cork or foam, in chat, Doc. So while you have that loaded up, let's just go ahead and do that for Tony Caton and Caleb Page with Big Cat Fever Rods.
Okay. Well, a bunch of people just jumped back in here.
That's kind of the way that works. Them guys are so good to us. They really are.
All right. Now we're at 1 to 62. Give me a number from 1 to 62.
80.
62. 80 is not part of 62.
Oh, I thought you said 162. Oh, okay.
That's all right.
40.
40 it is. Okay, the winner is Brian Grady. Graddy. Brian, you are the winner.
You know, Doc, we got 103 viewers right now watching the show at this particular instance, and it changes all the time.
Yeah.
And to have that many people watching and only 62 in chat, knowing we're going to be giving stuff away in chat makes zero sense to me. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Tony and Caleb. We appreciate that so very much. And you guys, the winners, when you win stuff from these guys, you contact Big Cat Fever and Tony and Caleb to take care of you. Tell them what you when you win something. Message them and tell them if you want, and they will ship it directly to you from the business. Brad, tell us the specifics about how the tournament is going to operate, take off, and weigh-ins and all that stuff.
All right. Well, it's going to be out of the Lindsay Bridge boat launch on Lake Springfield. Sign-up's going to start about 5 o'clock in the morning, so there's no pre-registration or anything. Just kind of run it like our local tournament. Just come and you'll see the line of boats. Sign up, and then we'll have a little pre-launch meeting where I'll just go over all the pertinent information that anyone would need to know right before we launch. So, which should be right around 7 o'clock. I mean, if we still got boats trying to sign in at 7, you know, we're not gonna turn them away. So, sign up at 5. Lindsay Bridge boat launch. Fishing's going to be from 7 o'clock till 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Come back. We'll get your fish weighed in. Do all the weigh in right down by the boat ramp. There's a little security shack there where we'll have the scales. Get everything weighed in, and then we just move up to the top of the parking lot where there's just a grassy park area, and we've got the backdrop set up there and the weigh-in board, and have all the prizes laid out, and free food and drinks for everyone. We got the local VFWs coming to cook hot dogs and provide drinks for everyone. So we do all the awards there, hand out everything, and do the raffle, and all the prizes that I listed. Only the raffle ones are the ones you have to buy the tickets for. Everything else is just, all you have to do to win that stuff is just fish in the tournament. Anyone that fishes in the tournament, we put your name on a separate raffle ticket in a separate bucket, and then while everyone's eating or whatever, we're just calling out names just as fast as we can pull them out of the bucket. So you get your name called, you go up and grab whatever you want off the table. We just do it like that. So it's a pretty good time. But like I said, 5 a.m. start sign up, fishing from 7 to 2. Get everyone weighed in, go up to the top of the parking lot and hand everything out, and everyone's on their way.
That's really, really cool. And, I commend you guys for what you're doing, but I have to tell you, I have a Facebook message that come in from Dale Dunaway. Dale runs Dale's Homemade Tackle, and he wants you to contact him and wants you to put him down for a $50 gift certificate from Dale's Tackle.
Oh, awesome. I appreciate it.
I have to tell you, Brad, and you may have already figured this out, but I honestly believe that our sponsors and the people that deal with our show are absolutely the best anywhere.
Yeah.
Dale has give away a bunch of stuff that, on our show in chat, like Tony and Caleb does. and he gave away a couple of gift certificates last week on our show, and he wants to donate a $50 gift certificate to you guys, and he has all sorts of tackle and weights and different things like that, and whoever the winner is, they can just use that and donate it right back in, or spend it right there with him, and he'll ship the products right directly to the winner, and it works out really well, and I think that you will have a great prize for someone at your tournament.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's great. You can never have too much stuff, that's for sure. I really appreciate it.
Well, that's exactly right. Dale is an outstanding guy to deal with, and you guys will get along fine. So just send him a message and work out something with him where he can get that to you. And I know that it would be a great prize. And thank you, Dale, so much for helping Brad out. That's a great cause that they're doing to work with that veteran home over there in Springfield, Illinois. And I appreciate you divvying in and helping them on. So I wanted to get that out before Tony jumped in here again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
Not very far.
Okay, let's do 2 325-yard spools of our ultra clear slime line in their choice of poundage. Doc, are you ready to go?
You want to do it in chat?
Yep.
Oh, man. Okay. I got to reload here.
Well, the people that if they're watching the show, they should get in on chat so they can get prizes.
You guys that are watching the show, if you're not in chat, you can't win these prizes that are being donated while we're doing the show unless you're in the chat. So
yeah, how do I get on there?
You have to be in chat. Now, Brad, is there anything else you need to tell us about your tournament? Oh, the dates.
Yeah, Sunday, September 30th.
Sunday, September 30th.
Right, and it's it's your standard 2-person team. But if you want to bring your kids or however many people you can legally get in your boat, we're not going to turn anyone away. It's all for charity. So if you've got more than 2, you're still going to be limited to just the 4 poles. So
yeah, just don't be unsafe and try to put a whole bunch of people in boats only rated for X amount of pounds.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Keep everything safe, and bring the kids out. Bring grandma and grandpa out if you want. It don't matter. If you just want to come and watch the weigh, we got a lot of family members that come and have some food and watch the weigh in, take pictures. It's a good time.
Well, I will promise you this. If you don't want to fish the tournament, if you go to the weigh-in and you meet Bill Parfit and Jason Raff, you will be thoroughly entertained, whether you like fishing or the sport of fishing at all. They will keep you laughing. If they don't, you call me and then hand me the phone, and I will make sure you're entertained.
Yeah, I think they could probably take care of that.
There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, it's just that way. And if I can't do it, I'll call Jerry and Klein, and I'm sure he can tune them boys up.
Yeah, he showed up last year, so he'll keep him in check. That's for sure.
Like I say, I've known all them guys for a lot of years, and there's no finer people in the world than the guys you have in Springfield, Illinois, and that entire area as far as that goes. Yeah.
Also, another thing, if you want to come and fish against some really good fishermen, we got the 2 winners of the Sea Arc tournament that those weighed in almost 200 pounds earlier this year.
Right.
We got Joe Ludke's going to be there, and Jason Rath and Bill Parfit and Bill Blankenship and Rusty. Man, they're as tough as can be.
Yep.
And we had a guy, Jake Branham, and his partner John Bowling, that just weighed in that 89. They've been on fish all year long. So there's a lot of good competition. If you're just in for some competition, come out there. There's plenty of good fishermen out there. Yeah. That's for sure.
You got her up, Doc?
Yes, sir. Brad, 1 to 89.
Let's go 89.
Richard Warskow. Warskow. Richard, you are the winner. What did he win? Oh, he won line, didn't he?
Line. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Richard, if you'll contact Big Cat Fever and tell Tony and Caleb that you won the line in the giveaway on Catfish Weekly, they will hook you up. Tell them what size line you want, and they will ship it to you. Thank you so much for being in chat, watching Catfish Weekly. Thank you, Tony and Caleb, again for your donation. We appreciate it so much. And I know you're watching, Tony, because you're donating stuff to the chat giveaway. So thank you guys again for what you're doing. All right, Brad, what else have you got to tell us about for your show or your big tournament coming up?
I think that's about it. I kind of went over all the sponsors, everything we got to give away. Just the dates, Sunday, September 30th. Don't forget that. That's pretty important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's it should, it's gonna be a good time. There's I bet at the weigh-in we probably had 125 people or so there last year. So come on out and fish. Even if you don't catch a lot of fish or any fish at all, you still got a good chance of walking away with something. Even if you can't afford to buy a raffle ticket. We had a team there the first year that couldn't weigh in a single fish, couldn't get on any fish at all, and they walked away with a $200 gift certificate just for fishing the tournament. So all you got to do is show up.
That's pretty good. $200 gift certificate. You could turn that in, trade somebody some gas for that, and get home and be a happy camper. Yeah,
absolutely. Or we got a lot of people that come out that don't catfish at all or don't even really fish at all to begin with. They come out and have a good time, and I know a lot of them, they think it's, they did some catfishing when they were kids and threw some bobbers out there, and it's a pretty easy thing to do. And then, they spend 6-7 hours out on the lake and come in with, 3 fish for 6 pounds. They start thinking a little different about, how we do it out there in the catfish tournaments.
Even if the blues are hard to catch over there on a particular day, there's some great channel cats in that lake.
Oh yeah, and if you can get on the channel cats, which is sometimes it's easy to do, sometimes it's not, but there's a lot of them in there, and there's a lot of action you get into them, that's for sure, and that's just fun in itself. Even if you're not catching big fish, you're nowhere near the money. You can cull 30 fish in a tournament, and they might all be pretty much the same fish, but that's still fun.
That's exactly right. Well, Brad, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate everything you do over there. Good luck, and we're going to try to see what we can do about getting over there this year.
Yeah, no, thank you. I hope you guys can make it. Thanks for having me on again this year. Thanks for all the support, and I guess we'll probably do it again next year, I imagine.
I imagine so. Now, if you get a chance, get a flyer up on our Facebook page, and we'll continue to try to help you out all we can.
Will do. Thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, Brad. Thank you so much.
Hey, Brad, before you go,
yeah,
give me a number from 1 to 96 now.
1.
Number 1. Okay, Lindsay Knight, Knight. Get with Tim Hardwick from Whisker Sticks. He's got some UV lights for you. And thanks, Tim, for the donation to Catfish Weekly.
Absolutely. Tim Hardwick has been a sponsor for us for a long time. Has some of the greatest LED lights that you ever want to do. They work really good. You can see them from a long way away, and they last forever.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Doc, we have River Rat Reel Repair done some work for me here a while back. In just over a week, I had 3 well-done reels cleaned, repaired, and sent back to me, and he wants to donate a reel repair to someone in chat.
All right. Give me a number from 1 to 96.
How about 50?
50. QC Sapper Cats. QC Sapper Cats is the winner.
QC Zapper Cats?
Sapper with an S.
Sapper Cats. If you could contact River Rat Reel Repair, tell them you won on Catfish Weekly chat giveaway. He will hook you up with a free reel cleaning. You will be extremely pleased with what you receive. I promise you. And Tony, we are caught up at This is kind of getting overwhelming again, Doc. Have you missed it?
Yes, this has been.
Yes, it was,
yeah.
John. A mouthful.
Yeah.
Oh man, yes, sir. You're very welcome. I promise you. I promise you, the man does excellent work. And here's the thing: I sent him 3 Abu Garcias, and I needed parts for 2 Daiwas. He didn't have it, but he's getting the parts for me, and he'll work on any kind of reel you got. Doesn't make any difference what brand it is. He can fix them all. Doesn't make any difference at all.
I remember down at Sea Ark, he told me that a clean reel catches big fish.
Then I'm gold, buddy.
Yeah, you should be set, Lyle.
I'm gold because I got 3 of them ready to rock. And I had lost some parts on Cindy's purple reel. You know how she is about that purple reel.
Yeah.
The pawl that goes up in there runs back and forth, and the little deal that holds it up in there, it was different than all the rest of my 6,500 Abus. And I assumed it was something weird, so I sent it down there. He sent in. But it come back smoother than it was when it was brand new, and it's pretty damn smooth when it's new. But anyhow, that's what we done. And the other 2, I took one of them apart. Didn't know how to put it back together, to be right honest. So I just sent all of them down there, and they come back raring to go. And her purple is on her lucky purple rod that catches all the big fish. So it's sitting over by the door ready to get put in the boat, and we're getting ready to go. And, buddy, in front of my front door in the house is got everything that we're taking in the truck, and in front of the door at the shop here is everything that goes in the boat. So I got new anchor rope. You can't imagine the stuff that we're getting. We're just about ready.
Yeah. Have you got the hurricane in there?
I do. Against my better judgment, we lost an anchor down at.
I know. No, I lost the anchor. Let's put it that way.
No. I bought another one, and I lost it down at Caruthersville.
Oh man.
So I put a new. The first time, all this time, I've had that hurricane anchor that's set here in the shop, and Cindy says you're going to put a chain and a rope on it. So we stopped and bought new rope the other day and a chain, and I put the chain on it and the rope on it last night. And I really am kind of bumming about using it. I really didn't want to, but I'm going to take it down there and try it. But
it's made to be used.
Yeah, I know it's made to be used, but you know how much I like that thing. And as pretty as it is, but you know how much anchor we do remains to be seen. But Trevor's a precision anchor guy, and I'm kind of a bumping guy. But what we're going to do is whatever it takes to put fish in a boat.
That's right.
And
that's right.
If we're bumping and we're putting fish in a boat, then we're going to bump. If we drift fish and we're putting fish in a boat, then we're going to drift fish. And if we have to anchor fish to put fish in a boat, then that's what we're going to do. We're going down there to put fish in a boat, and whatever we got to do to make it happen, then that's how we're going to do it. So that's right. The way it is. You know, now, Doc, we've been giving a bunch of stuff away, but we haven't been spinning a rig wrap prize wheel. So what
we haven't. I think it's about time, don't you?
You got a number in mind?
3.
1, 2, 3. And the winner is Dennis Benjamin. And let's just see what Dennis wins.
Ready?
I am ready. Whisker Sticks LED lights. Dennis, if you will contact me after the show, I still have a couple of Whisker Stick lights that we was going to give away and haven't, so I will send them to you before we have them send you any more. Just message me at the end of the show and give me your address, and I will get them out to you before we leave to Memphis. And thank you for watching Catfish Weekly and playing the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel game. We appreciate it so much. And Tim, with Whisker Sticks and all your family that helps you out. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. It has meant a lot over the last few years. We appreciate it so much. Doc, what else we got to go tonight? It's been a fun show. Oh, Quinton, I got to send Quinton a link.
I was just getting ready.
Oh, man, I almost forgot Quinton. Can't do that. Oh, man, I got some messages in let me send Quinton this link. Messages in Facebook that I missed. Hang on just a minute. I don't know what's going on with my. Oh, that's where my. Get Quinton in here. How do you get a channel to chat?
Uh-oh.
I don't know how to do. I can't do that right now. Yeah. Well, for you guys that are watching the show that want to know how to get in chat, you have to join the chat box that's on YouTube. And since I'm doing this, there's a little thing there that you have to join the chat, and you just sign up for that, and it'll take you right into the chat.
They have to subscribe first.
Yeah, you have to
subscribe to our channel.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, man. Tony wants to give another rod away while you're trying to get Quinton in the thing.
Yeah, that's what my thing in Facebook is. Let's give away one medium action rod in white, spinning or casting. Okay.
Right, let me see who. Let me double check, because I mean these people are just running in.
That's why they're all putting on.
I think the word got out that we were giving a few prizes away here. All right, let's see how many we got in this thing now.
Pick me, man! I want somebody to pick me.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't win, Lyle.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
That's all right. We enjoy giving stuff away. I do. Okay, so, oh, wow. We are now, give me a number from 1 to 101.
Okay.
Went up.
Cindy, give him a number.
48.
What was it?
48.
48?
Mm-hmm.
The winner is the Grower, Grower, the Grower. Some of these handles are really tough. Okay, the Grower, you are the winner.
Of a Big Cat Fever white.
Okay, yeah, that's
in spinning or casting. Congratulations. If you will contact Big Cat Fever Rods.
What does he grow?
Yeah, that crossed my mind.
We're not going to get touch that one.
Yeah, that's right. And Tony and Caleb will hook you right up with that. Tell them how you want it with the spinning or casting, and they will fix you right up. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly and being in our chat. You guys are being bad.
Yeah, Lord.
Tony, I'm sorry. This chat's really tough, and I got.
Oh man, it is.
Sent Quinton that message, and there was 4 messages over there that I didn't even know I had.
Yeah, it's going pretty fast.
Yeah, it's rocking along. Oh mercy! But it's so much fun, and it's a lot more fun now that you're back here to help us out.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was
appreciate that. I'm glad everybody missed me.
Well, man, from this end with me and Cindy in here, there was a couple last week. Tony and them give away a bunch of stuff, and Dale was giving away a couple of things, and I'm not sure we spin the wheel, but a couple of times it was so hectic in here without you that it was nuts. Dustin says he wants Cindy cinnamon rolls. We're not giving them away, not tonight. I only got a couple of them. Blushing, that's from all the cinnamon rolls I ate. I got to tell you guys, she pulled them babies out of the oven, and I had one cinnamon roll. She brought it out here for me to sample. It was hot right out of the oven, and baby, I'm telling you, them are the best they could ever be. So they sit there, and we went over to our sons yesterday because we're going to miss one of our grandsons' birthdays because we're going to be in Memphis. And we come back, and it got late in the night, and I was trying to get some stuff ready to go. And I was getting where I thought I needed something to eat. So I went in and found them cinnamon rolls, and I put one in the microwave, and I put about a half a pound of butter on it and warmed that baby up, and I ate it.
A half a pound of butter?
Quite a little. It might not have been a half pound, but it's quite a little bit.
That's quite a bit of butter.
Well, it's a pretty good amount. So it was so good. And I'm Doc, these things are this big around, and they're about that thick. So I got
next week we're going to be in a house that has an oven.
Yeah, I know that.
So there we go, Cindy.
Well,
Miss Cindy, you need to make it happen.
I can't bring my rolling pin and all of my stuff to go with it.
Okay.
I get to sitting in here, and the dog's looking up at me as I polish off the last little bit on that paper plate, and I thought, damn, I'm going to go have another one. So I had 2 of them last night about midnight. Oh, man, I was stuffed, but boy, they was good. Man, they was awesome.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I put as much butter on the second one as I did the first one, too.
Did you send my buddy Quinton a link?
I did.
Is he on?
He hadn't showed up yet.
Hasn't showed up yet. Let me try to send him a message on, because he does a lot of stuff on the phone, and as you well know, I'm not very good at phone stuff.
Neither am I.
But I will send him.
I'm not the best at this computer, but I'm learning it.
Someone told me I can't turn you down, Doc. That means I got to bring something.
Yeah. That's my buddy Maurice.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, that's right, Hoosier Catman. Yeah, making me hungry too.
Oh man, they was good. I think they're gone now, ain't they?
I've got a few in the freezer. I'm going to see how they freeze and then bake them, see how they do. And if they do good, I might make another batch.
Yeah, Sonny Parker said, put them on the wheel.
Chris Saunders said that too. If I'm going to give them away in chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chris sounded like he kind of liked to have one too. I got to tell you, Doc, she's been making them cinnamon rolls for years and years, and they are really, really good. The only place that I ever had any that could compete with the ones that she makes is back in the days when we used to duck hunt all the time. My brother would come down, and we'd stop at a truck stop on the way up to we had a lease lake we'd lease, and we'd leave and we'd stop at this truck stop way up there, and they would get a plate, and the cinnamon rolls was so big that they hung off all the way around a plate.
Oh, man.
Oh, they was huge. My God. They was just like Cindy's, about 1.5 inches thick. And I could eat them all, but I mean, you didn't want nothing the rest of the day. They was just monstrosities, and we'd stop and get them on the way up there. And then we'd duck hunt till we either got our limit or sometime in the afternoon. Then we'd come home and have breakfast on the way home and then pass out till the next morning when he come down. You know, he drove 5 or 6 hours to see me, and then we'd go back and hunt the next morning before he'd head home. But they was big, and they was bigger than hers. But I don't know. No, I don't want them that big. Shit, I'd die. You kill me from the sugar.
Dustin Fall wants you to give a shout out to John Baker for a great job taking his handicapped sister out fishing and letting her put a nice blue cat in the boat.
I watched
awesome job, buddy.
I watched that video, and that was really, really cool. It really was. Good job, John. It really was nice.
Peter Melhorn, who all is fishing the MRM tournament? I know this guy here is.
All right. I have another message on Facebook, Doc. Let's give away one of our new All-American CTF decals and one 325-yard spool of ultra clear.
Say that fast 3 times. Ultra clear.
Ultra clear. This is from Big Cat Fever again, Tony Caton.
Is that a chat thing?
This is in this is Facebook.
Okay, are we doing it in chat though?
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready. 1 to 101.
1 to 101. Cindy, lay it on him.
58. Another rod?
No.
58 is Carl Wells. Carl Wells.
Carl Wells. Now, remember, folks, when you guys are talking about, we try to have winners on the Rig Wrap prize wheel that win one family month. The chat does not count.
Yeah, it's unlimited.
That's unlimited. You can win twice a night in chat. It doesn't matter because that has nothing to do with the Rig Wrap prize wheel. So, yes, Carl, you can win.
Yep. You're in, buddy. Carl Wells, I can't win. Yes, you did. And you just did.
As the chat giveaways are stuff that we don't even has nothing to do with the Rig Wrap prize wheel. So
we appreciate the people that get in here in the chat, ask questions, help us out, throw up some thumbs up to us. So
Lisa, the chat giveaways are bonus stuff. It's stuff that we don't even know about that has nothing to do with the prize wheel. It's stuff that are donated by people, sponsors, non-sponsors of the show, and anybody can win that at any time. It has nothing to do with the prize wheel. That's stuff you can win it at any time. So and yes, Dustin, we're anxious to see your booth set up at Memphis. We're all looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Quinton, welcome to Catfish.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I got to tell you, I was a little shocked when you sent me that message. I had no idea we were for sure going to do this when I.
Oh yeah, man.
I sent you that little. That was just kind of on a whim, and then I'm sitting here about to eat some blueberry pie and some ice cream, and my phone starts ringing.
Oh boy!
What? Talking about blueberry.
Oh, now, killing me here.
Luckily for everybody on the show tonight, they can't see I'm actually in my pajamas. I've been out on the river all day, and I was about ready to go to bed.
So the $64,000 question is: was you on a river in pajamas?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Did you catch any fish?
It was a rough day today. We only caught 2 fish in 9 hours.
Oh wow!
Was they 100-pounders?
They were not. One of them was about 8 pounds, and one was about the size of a skipjack.
Oh my!
Okay,
that's the way it was today.
So you guys are out there catching bait today?
Pretty much. And
that's all right.
One of my buddies, James, he had a pretty good day yesterday.
Yes,
and
he did.
I hit that same stretch. I used the same bait, and it did not play out for me today. But that's why they call it fishing. So
that's right. If they called it catching, everybody'd go.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, every day.
So what's going on?
Well, the reason have you guys tried, we were talking about getting bait for the upcoming tournament. Have you guys tried or even heard of the new Shamalure jig, the mini skip?
I have.
No, I haven't.
They are awesome. I just got them. By the way, I don't know if I don't want to give bad information on this, but they have a color that wasn't available. I don't think it was available in a skipjack jig or a mini skip And I think I named it today when I was placing my order. Bob, the guy that ties them, I was texting with him about it, and I called it the Dirty Bird. But because it kind of looks like a fly that came off of a turd. So, but it looks like something like that in those flies that'll be all over, or what are they called? Those bugs that'll stick all over the back of these barges. You know, when you get a barge parked and you'll see those mayflies or whatever all over the back of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it must be imitating those because that dude is working for moon eye, for skipjack, for whatever you might possibly catch near the back of a barge or in any of your normal like skipjack hot spots. That's the reason I hollered at you, Lyle. They're making a new size now and they're calling it a mini skip. Half the size of their other ones. And I would suggest get the normal colors that you might normally get, but ask him for the Dirty Bird, and he'll know what you're talking about.
I might have to have him ship me some to Memphis.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to holler at you because I thought, you know, like I just had a call from Chris Souders about bait, and I didn't have any good news for him as far as, you know, him catching it on the way down. And guys might have, just from what I'm hearing, if they hadn't bought it from a bait dealer, they may end up having to, you know, do all their bait catching when they get here. And that's one good way to do it. The mini skip. If you can get them in time. And I've only got a couple left. That's why I ordered more today. But if you can get them in time, the mini skip from Shamalure is awesome.
Now, Quinton, do they have them made up or they have to make them as they go?
I feel pretty sure he's probably got several colors made up. But I, you know, like I said, I didn't even know for sure I was going to be on here tonight, or I would have got that answer for you. Okay. I do know that I had him make me some colors that I wanted. I'd say he's probably got the whites and the chartreuses made up because it's a new jig for him. So I'm sure he's been stockpiling it. But that Dirty Bird, you might have to get that special made.
Just message Marty. Yeah, I've known Marty for years. I know Savannah for about as long as I can stand it. Yeah. I've not met Bob, but Bob's a great guy. He does a really cool job with that stuff that he makes. They're awesome product.
Yeah.
But you can't Gerloff boys and Savannah, she's just top notch.
If I had a separate device here, I'd type their Facebook page name or whatever for the people in chat, but
you just type in Chamalures and it'll pop up.
It just pop right up. Yeah. It's worth it, man. That new mini skip is the way to go. I suspect it's probably going to be the hot ticket for maybe from here on out. I don't know. Have you ever seen those little skipjack or the little sabiki rigs that's a real small, sort of like a fly, and it's basically just a piece of like holographic ribbon?
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is maybe kind of along that line, except it looks like a jig. You know, but it's working, especially like if you want to get some moon eye, it's working good for that.
And it's what? Chamolures? CHAMOLURES. Is that what it is on Facebook?
Good job. Yeah, I think you got that correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Chamalures on Facebook.
Yeah, I remember seeing the advertisement today.
Yep. The mini skip in whatever color you want, but tell them Quinton Robbins recommended the Dirty Bird. So when are you guys getting down here?
I will be down there on either Thursday or Friday morning.
Okay.
I'm leaving Thursday. I'm going to swing by and see Steve and Lisa Douglas on the way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Steve's coming down this year.
No.
John and I are going to make it over for registration, I think. And I think that we should all get together and go to Gus's that evening, that Friday evening, right after registration.
Okay.
When's that?
This Friday, this Friday evening. I think registration is at 5. Is that right?
5 to 7.
5 to 7. Cindy thinks 5 to 7. She would know more than I am. I just run around here like a chicken with his head cut off.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna probably bust in there right after 5, get registered, say hi to some people, and then head down the street to Gus's Chicken and hang out for a little bit.
Is that a good place?
Is that a good place to eat?
It's fantastic. It's like a completely different food group.
Completely different food
Oh,
group.
wow.
Yeah, it's a neat little place. It's like there's fried chicken, and then there's Gus's fried chicken.
You know, in
Oh,
case
I'm
nobody
into fried chicken.
knows about Doc and I, we like to eat.
Yeah.
You would
I'm
never
with you.
know it.
No, that's for sure.
Hey, speaking of eating, this is going to be my shortest appearance ever on Catfish Weekly because I'm about to go eat my blueberry pie and ice cream.
All right, buddy.
Quinton, thank you so much for the information.
Appreciate you jumping in there.
See you Friday.
All right, man. See you. What a hoot.
He's a great guy.
I tell you what, my belly's going to be hurting from all the laughing we're going to do spending time on the boat with him.
There is no doubt about that. No doubt. What do you think? We got one more spin in us, Doc?
Yeah, I believe we can do that. Let's go with the number 4.
All righty. 1,
I don't think it's a food channel.
2.
Yeah. Hoosier saying, would you all stop talking about food?
Yeah, I'm starting to get hard
Uh,
myself. And the winner is Junior Proctor,
Junior Proctor. All
a
right.
former winner on our show.
Almost,
You going?
yeah, I almost spinned it off the.
Mud Bum Supply Shack. We have a hat for you from Mud Bum Supply Shack. If you will send me your information, Junior, I will send one right out to you. Thanks so much for watching Catfish Weekly and playing our games. We appreciate it so much. The guys at Mud Bums have been such a great sponsor for us. If you need anything, they have a complete inventory at the Mud Bum Supply Shack. You can contact them on Facebook or on their website. They're a great bunch of guys, do wonderful things for our sport.
I think they rent camping stuff too.
They the only place I know of that rent not only camping stuff, but they rent fishing gear and all kinds of other stuff. If you can think of it, they rent it to you right out of their store, which is a pretty cool concept, Doc.
Yes, it is.
Pretty cool. Sonny Parker, with all this talk about food, I'm now eating cake. You know, I don't know that there's any cake in the house.
No.
No pie. No cinnamon roll.
No, but I got ice cream
So do I.
Cindy
out the
said I didn't
wazoo.
have any, but I might have to find it.
And here's another thing. Before Lynn passed away, she's told me, she said, make sure you keep them grandkids stocked up in them push-ups.
So I know you went to grocery
So
store.
I've been hunting grocery store after grocery store trying to find these push-ups. And thank God that my niece gave me a call and she goes, I got 11 boxes of these things. I'm bringing them over.
Oh, wow.
So she brought 11 boxes. I've got like 100 push-ups in the freezer for all these grandkids now. So Lynn didn't send a lightning bolt down on me, so I'm good to go for a while.
Awesome, man. John Spears says, butter up a frozen roll. I wished I could. I don't. I got to tell you, John, she hides a lot of that stuff from me, so I
do
can't
not.
find it.
Wow.
Fever roll.
Oh, man. There's Tony again.
Beaver Rod, Tony, dude, you and Caleb have really blown it out of the water here the last couple of weeks. I cannot thank you guys enough I don't know whether I'll be seeing you at Memphis or Owensboro, or whether it's going to be the Catfish Conference the next time I see you. But, boys, thank you guys so much for everything you've been doing for us the last couple of weeks. We appreciate it so very, very much. And, Doc, I know you got it down pat. You know what we're going to do.
All right, let's do it. Give me 1 to 101.
1 to 101. Let's go with 25.
25. Oh, this is a different handle. Are you for Freedom 1? Are you for Freedom 1 is the winner.
All right. Are you for Freedom 1? Contact Big Cat Fever Rods, Tony Caton and Caleb Page. They will hook you up. Thank you for being in chat. Thank you for watching Catfish Weekly. And everybody that watches our show, thank you guys so much. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe to our channel, like our Facebook page, and join our group page over there. It means so much to us, and I know it only takes a second to like and subscribe to the stuff that we do. It gets us extra perks, which gets our name of our show up to the top of some of the pages, which gets us a few more perks and lets other people know what we're doing. And it, basically that's all it amounts to, but it does help us get our name closer to the top of some of these pages. So, and we do appreciate everything that you guys do when you watch our show. So thanks a bunch. The next time you see Doc, Cindy, and I, we will be in Memphis, Tennessee next Monday night.
That's right.
And then the following Thursday, providing we can come up with signals, Monday we will be on the Cabela's King Cat stage. If everything goes right, we're going to have to do some testing to make sure it's going. Monday and Thursday, we will be on the King Cat stage live in front of the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. And
wow.
If any of you guys are down there, you'd like to stop in and say hello, we'd love to have you on the show. We've got a bunch of the big dogs that we're going to have down there. There's going to be a bunch of guys stop in, visit with you. If you'd like to stop by, come on down. We'd love to visit with you. We always have a good time. We will try to stay as long as we can. We are going to be pre-fishing. We're going to be out on the water. If we get too tired, we may have to stop and go get some sleep. We'll see how that works. We're not kids anymore, are we, Doc?
No, sir, we're not.
But we'll stay as long as we can and do whatever we could. Thank you, Jimmy Dixon. We appreciate it. But like I say, if you like what we're doing, like and subscribe. We hope to see as many of you as we can in Memphis. We're going to have a great time down there. If we don't catch a fish, we're still going to have a good time.
That's right.
We'll see you Monday night. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly.